What is up, vinyl community? First official shout out to you guys. It's about time, right? I've been hanging out with the VC for, I'd say, about 2 months now. But I knew of the VC back when I actually started YouTube, when I was going with the GC gaming community. Actually, I never really officially united myself with any community because it's just my screen name doesn't allow me to. You know, Secondhand Hunter goes with anything. So VC, GC, CC, fish tank community. Which I did get my fish tank secondhand, if you didn't already know that. Well, I got it for free. But I wanted to officially do this for you guys so I can be officially recognized, you know? In the background, got some Eagles going on, Hotel California. Good record. Get pulled there. So, in this video here, I wanted to kind of give you a background of myself, my music influences, and what got me into vinyl type of thing, you know, and why I wanted to officially shout out the VC. So, and I also want to do kind of my top 10 vinyl list right now. I can't do my number 1 because that will be in an upcoming pickup video. And if I show it within this video here, then that will spoil the pickup video. So if you guys want to see my top 1, then you're gonna have to look out for that pickup. But I'm definitely gonna do like indentations when I get to the top 1 after that video is up. Yeah, you kind of see what I'm going for. But before that's up, then I'm not gonna have anything. So you're just gonna look out for it. In a sense, like if you're watching this video here like a year down the road, and then it's like top 1, and then you just see like, you know. Yeah, you guys get it. I'm not gonna explain it much further. So vinyl for me, I started when I was a teenager. I was in the age range of like 16 to 18, somewhere along there, and had myself a band going on. I did drums, bass, guitar, and I wanted to bring a new element to my band. I was one that taught my fellow bandmates how to play, you know? And today I'm decent. I can play a few things. And we were in the midst of putting together a CD, class project type of thing. And it never came together. You know how stuff like that goes. It was just a high school band, and it ended up falling apart and never went anywhere. So within wanting to bring the new element to the band, I wanted to do DJing, and there was this record store right in town there, and we always had like Fridays off. We had to come in like every other Friday for just check-in, how are we doing in our classes type thing, you know? And then that was only like an hour. So since we got to school at 8 a.m., I always scheduled my check-ins early in the morning, so then I have the rest of the day to play and then take the bus home at the end of the day. And my folks knew that's what was going on, and my sophomore year I lived out of town, and my junior and senior year I lived in town with my dad. And so one Friday I walked up to the record store and found a couple records I wanted, and they were like decently priced. I can't remember the exact price, but I know I didn't pay a whole bunch, and I didn't pay $1 for them. It was like 5 or 10 maybe, I don't know. Maybe not 10, 5, $7.50, something like that. So I bought a couple records, brought them home and started scratching, you know. And I had inherited a turntable from my older cousin that also scratched, you know, DJ'd. and she ended up getting out of that, not wanting to do it no more. And I always talked, hey, I want to get some Nirvana, I want to mix some Nirvana, you know, and we always collaborated ideas, so that was kind of cool. And from the time being in the band, I actually got somewhat good with mixing stuff up, and it never went nowhere. It was just a high school thing. So with the time of me mixing, scratching records, I actually scratched my record. And that got me thinking, I paid this money for this cool thing, and now it doesn't play properly. Well, when I first got it, it played properly, and that just bugged me. So I kind of put the DJ idea on hold and finished up school. And a couple years go by, about the time when I start this YouTube channel, I walk into a thrift shop and boom, there's Willie Nelson, what was it, Stardust, the one with Blue Skies. I buy that, and that basically jumpstarts my record collecting again, along with I also inherited a whole bunch of records, like mainly country and stuff, from my brother-in-law, which I talked about this before in previous videos. I don't even know which one, so I can't link it or nothing like that. But he went out and bought himself a house that was repossessed, and there was a whole bunch of crap that was left in there from the previous owner, and some of that crap was vinyl records, and he's like, hey, I don't want this stuff at all, do you want it? Yeah, I'll take it, because I'm remembering back when I had my 2 vinyls when I was a teenager, you know. So my in-laws, whom I was living with, also had a very sweet turntable, which I actually own now, and it's sitting in my bedroom. It's not plugged in, and I mainly listen to that turntable there. So that pushed me into collecting. And at my early videos, I actually have collection vids of my vinyl that I had, and I still have. That was my collection at the time. Since then, it's increased significantly, a lot. And I actually can't include that in this video here because it's just a lot. I think it's like 200 plus maybe. What I inherited from my brother-in-law was actually like 25 records or something like that, but still at the time it's just like, oh my gosh, you know. So let me show you my top 9, and then I'll show you my listening shelf. Did I include that in my intro? I don't know. Because this is like take 2, because the first video I did, the camera stopped and said cards full, so I had to delete a couple things. But I have my top 10 over there right next to my turntable with the Eagle spinning right now. And then I have my listening shelf down there, mainly new stuff and stuff that I want to get a listen to see if it will move into my top 10, or stuff I just need to listen to so I can sort it downstairs. I got 2 shelves downstairs. My first shelf, second shelf. Second shelf is mainly just stuff that I don't listen to that I got from a rummage sale. Like majority of my collection, like 100 records for $5. So that was pretty cool. I also got those videos there, and I'll include it in the description below. Let me show you my top 9. Oh, excuse me. How rude of me. So, number 10. Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata. I love me some Beethoven, and I've always been a big fan of Moonlight Sonata. Peter Frampton, Comes Alive. Number 9, that one was. Number 8, Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. I'm burping up my lunch right now, bending over and stuff. Frank Sinatra, That Old Feelings. This one has Blue Skies on it as well. I love his version. As well as Willie Nelson's. That's just a wonderful song. That's number 7. 6, I think. Led Zeppelin 4. Amazing, amazing album. I love this gatefold. That is just fantastic. 5. Number 4, Pink Floyd Animals. Number 3, Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. And number 2, Dark Side of the Moon, which this here was a rebuy. As I was telling you my story, this was one of the albums I had bought to scratch, mix up and everything, and the part where it actually damaged the record was the first ching on Money, so that really bothered me and I quit mixing after that. Along with Dark Side of the Moon, I bought Aerosmith Classic Live 2, I think it was. It's the album that has Sweet Emotion. So that one I don't have and I'd love to get because of the good memory of my first couple records I bought. Which I don't want to go into detail of what happened to those because it's too depressing and yeah, I'm not going into that. My listening shelf, I can pull a couple up here, which now I completely put out of whack my top 10. I got a few things here, and I'll have to pull a couple out. I got the Carousel one that was in a recent video. Steely Dan Aja, or Aja, however it's pronounced. Tempest, Let's Live for Today. I love these vinyls, the colored vinyls. That was one thing I forgot in my last video, because that was like take 3 and so many ideas, and you tend to miss out on a couple things. But in the other earlier ones that I filmed that I ended up scrapping, I mentioned this is what's so cool about vinyl, the colored vinyl. So I wanted to include that in there. A local band from Seattle, Washington, Hollow Points. This one also is colored on pink vinyl. It's very thin too. Has one of my favorite songs, Skies Turn Black. Look that up. It's very cool. And this is a good song too. Nat King Cole. I got this here because of the song Unforgettable. The album itself, Unforgettable, is on my wish list. I really want it. I like that song just because of the movie Watchmen. Next one, Peter Frampton's Camel. Experts from Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Got 2 copies of Frank Sinatra, My Way. One of these is going to another YouTuber, so VCLT. He already knows that though. I just gotta get it in the mail. Stevie Wonder. Songs in the Key of Life. Some Rolling Stones, the Hot Rocks 1964 to 71. Dracula motion picture soundtrack. Electric Light Orchestra, A New World record. Make some room here. Oh, I'm screwing everything up now. So pulling all the stuff off my shelf. I don't even know why I got this up here just to listen to it. Dolly Parton! You know how I like country, Great Balls of Fire. Old country's okay, but new stuff. Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night. Got 2 copies of Three Dog Night, Greatest Hits, Joy the World. Both of them are a little different. This one has an official stamp, and this one does not, and the letters embroidered, bulging out type thing. These are pretty cool. Some Spock records. Alright. Elvis Blue Hawaii soundtrack. Ray Charles Greatest Hits. This one has Hit the Road Jack. That's why I wanted it. Clint Eastwood, A Fistful of Dollars soundtrack. The Counts vinyl. I got that because I thought it might be valuable, and I still haven't looked to see if it was or not. Kiss Love Gun. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. This next one here I saw within LJ's channel a while back, so I found it in a bargain bin, so I had to save it. Venus and Mars. What's the album called? Wings. Venus and Mars. Excuse me. Love me some. What is it? Paul McCartney or John Lennon maybe? I always get it wrong. Paul McCartney. Yeah. Excuse me. Next one. This is why I like vinyl right here, just because of this. You don't find stuff like this on CD. Ski Trails, it sounds like a instrumental type stuff. So it's always kind of cool finding something like this. Next thing. Thank you guys for hanging out here and rocking out to some Eagles with me. That's very cool. You guys are awesome for checking this out. The Commodores. This one has Brickhouse. Motown, I think the album's called. Or, no, Greatest Hits. I was looking at the record label. Excuse me. Okay. Electric Light. I think this might be Electric Light Orchestra, maybe? Electric Light Orchestra? I don't know. That's what I think is Electric Orchestra or something like that. I could be wrong. I still haven't given that one a listen yet. Wars Greatest Hits. This one has Lowrider. Ray Stevens, turn your radio on. And Ray Stevens, Don't Laugh Now. I love me Ray Stevens. Mississippi Squirrel Revival. Check that out. It's awesome. You laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. That Praise album, The Kids Praise, and Classic Praise 1. I am a Christian, if you didn't already know that. I just wanted to put that out there. Jackson 5 Stand. Carpenters. Not sure what the album's called. Yeah, Carpenters. More Carpenters. Let's see if there's an album I can. Yeah, more Carpenters. I'm not sure. You guys can tell me. Neil Diamond. This was one I just pulled off the shelf, the second shelf, and brought up here. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I got a lot of those that need listening to that I just haven't done yet. Alright, last stack here. Oak Ridge Boys, New Horizons. Oak Ridge Boys, Y'all Come Back Saloon. That sounds pretty cool. Oak Ridge Boys, Greatest Hits 2. Oak Ridge Boys have arrived. Oak Ridge Boys, The Lighthouse, and other gospel hits. Beethoven, the Philadelphia Orchestra, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I actually like this one here. I don't know why it's not my top 10. Probably because Moonlight Sonata took its place. Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits, 1974-78. Elton John, Yellow Brick Road. Beach Boys, Super Hits. Oh, look at this here. Look at this here. How'd this slip in here? A vinyl record, Two-Face. Or, why did I just say vinyl records? A comic book. Two-Face. I like comic books too. And 2001 Space Odyssey. This is a cool vinyl right here. So, there you go guys. About a 20-minute video. I gotta put all my stuff back on the shelf. Stuff I need these. And I need, let me pull it out, these plastics.